Hello and welcome back to HobTech Cars. Today I am showcasing my new car on the channel. It is my Mercedes CLK 2001. It's a 180 horsepower supercharged compressor model. There is an interesting story behind this car. It was recovered from the south of Spain and driven all through the north of Spain back to Ireland. So it is a German car originally. It is a left-hand drive car. The car drives very well and the bodywork is maybe 6 out of 10. The main negative points of this car is that it has no logbook, which I'm trying to fix at the moment, and it's turning into a bit of a nightmare. The front bumper badly needs attention and I'm going to focus on that in this video. And other than that, it's a pretty solid car. Most of the panels are in very good condition on this car, and because it's a car from the south of Spain, there's no rust damage at all. This car is perfect, bone dry underneath. The interior is in pretty good condition in this car, although the roof will need attention. The left hand side panel here is pretty good. There's some minor paintwork, little dings that I can fix up. The rear looks really good. The right hand side of the car is in a really poor state. There was some lacquer damage and a previous owner just sprayed it with a metal coloured, silver coloured spray can, and it looks awful. So I'll try and do my best to rectify that. But I think really I could be just looking at a full respray on the right hand side of this car. There's a bit of rust running along the A pillar there. I can definitely look after that myself. Try and save a few bob. On the front wing here we can see where someone again oversprayed just silver spray onto the bodywork to try and help lacquer damage. I can polish that back and improve that. So as I mentioned at the top of the video, this is the supercharged compressor model, 180 brake horsepower, 2 litre petrol. Here's the ECU diagnostic port. Someone just stuck a tissue paper in there. I'll get a new cover for that and fix it up. Everything looks pretty nice. It was never crashed. All the impact bar looks fine. The front bumper definitely needs to be replaced, and thankfully I sourced one here from adverts.ie for 90 quid. It's in really good condition and it'll make the car. The roundel here is missing. It's not quite a Mercedes without it. So the roundel replacement on these is pretty easy. You actually just screw out the roundel using a pliers. It's on kind of a double joint, so you twist it counterclockwise, the whole mechanism loosens and you can just pop a new one in and tighten it. So already the car here is looking a little bit better. I quite like the front on these, it's growing on me. But now I need to put this new bumper onto this car. So to take the bumper off these cars, typical German engineering, you have to take apart the whole car to really take off the bumper, but essentially remove the front wheels. There's a 10mm bolt up there to remove the plastics, and you end up with a view that looks something like this. A big gain here is that the fog lights were not working on this car on the right hand side, and thankfully it looks like it was just a bad connection. I had feared that I would need a new fog light housing, so that's like €100 saved straight away. So once you have those side bolts out, you can remove these 4 from the front of the bumper, just around the headlamps, and there's another hidden 13mm socket on the front left and the front right of the bumper, and with those removed your bumper will pop out as so. Right, so that is the bumper off. At this point I need to start thinking about how I am going to wire in the front parking sensors, because the bumper that I am fitting didn't have parking sensors as this car does, so I'm going to have to swap the middle trims around the 2 bumpers. This is a visualization of what I mean. This whole middle trim clips out of my original bumper, and I need to swap that over to my new donor bumper and put the parking sensors into it. It's a bit of a pity because these trims are in a bit of a tatty condition. They're not great. So I've essentially swapped the trims from the old bumper to this new bumper. I have the foam inserts replaced back in with the fog lights. Now I just need to wire in the parking sensors. So this is my test fitting of the bumper here. Can really start to see that the car looks better already. While I had good access to the headlights, I took this opportunity to polish them. It's a really nice before and after on these. Just gets rid of the years of kind of yellow UV damage from the headlights and freshens up the front of the car. So you can see how yellow and degraded the headlights are. And just using my machine polisher and a bit of polishing compound, I'm stripping back a layer of these lights. So these headlights look way better now. It was nice to do it just while I had the bumper off. Quite opportunistic, and the results are really nice. Now, finally, I can rewire the parking sensors back into my new bumper. So the loom is just a continuous loom of wiring that runs kind of daisy chains from parking sensor to parking sensor, and it runs at one connection point back into the car then. I noticed the car was a bit low on brake fluid, so I had some .4 brake fluid hanging around and I filled it up by maybe 20-30%. It's no harm to top up these fluids while I'm working on the car. The washer fluid reservoir was in a horrible state. It was full of black gunge, so I drained that out using a little pump. I'd say it's never been cleaned. This is the result. All that black gunge was in the reservoir, and I cleaned out the reservoir then with a cloth. Another annoying thing in this car is that the wing mirror switch was broken, so I've ordered a new replacement, as you can see here, and popped it in. So the interior of the car is looking nicer already. So that's what I've done on this car so far. The future plans are to fit the new wing mirror, which has arrived, and I'll probably do that this weekend. I want to fully secure the front bumper to the front of the car and tidy up the plastics. I want to kind of give the car a deep clean, deep valet, hoover, polish, T-cutted, do the exterior, all of that good stuff. So with this car, a lot is done, but a lot more to do. I hope you enjoyed this video today. If you enjoyed it or you have any questions, please do like, comment and subscribe, and I'll be talking to you soon. Thanks for watching. Take care. Bye bye.